Welcome back, fellow sons of Adam and daughters of Eve, to my channel. In this video, FC Narnia will embark on its first Fut Champs conquest of the western world of FC 25. So, I'll get straight into the highlights since the previous video was a squad introduction. And the first highlight falls to FC Narnia. And we're building through the thirds, and Bale slips through Saka, who takes it in a stride and places it into the right hand corner for the first goal of the series to put us 1-0 up. Now we find ourselves building out from the back, and now we're on the counter attack. And Olise plays a nice through ball into Saka, who curls across into Bale, who has a simple task of putting the ball in the back of the net. And we're into the second half, and we're giving our opponents no respite as Bale pulls off a lovely turn and plays in Morgan Rogers for a cool green time finish. And straight from the kickoff we have another highlight, and it seems like it's our enemy's turn to attack this time, but Rudiger puts a halt to it, and we're looking to press forward now, and only see to Bale to Saka. Wow, that is football. And here we go again. Saka to Bale to Olise now, and a green time finish. And I think our opponent has had enough. This is exactly the kind of start these retail Narnians were looking for in their first weekend league conquest. And we're into our second game, and Zidane has it pickpocketed in the middle of the park, and his Saka regains it and plays in Rodrigo, and FC Narnia are stunned. Not the start we were looking for in our second game, but we have it high up the field and we've lost it. And Saka is played through and driving at our defense, and he plays in Rodrigo once again, and we're 2-0 down. And Zidane has it and plays in Rodrigo, and he makes it 3-0. Sound the alarms, because we are well and truly under siege, and his Rodrigo is on the end of another through ball, and Petit rifles it to make it 4-0, and we need a pause because we have been rattled. You'd be mistaken if you thought we were on the attack, because Saka plays in Martinelli and he finesses it to make it 5.
Pick up your sword.
Finally we have a highlight, and it's Morgan Rogers, who has a lot of time and space and finds Bale to show that we still have a little bit of fighting spirit. But our opponent, he is relentless, and his Martinelli makes it 6. And as he's about to make it 7, this can only be described as a Narnia nightmare, as we have let our swords down and the enemy has breached our lines.
But I always remember something when I retired myself, and there was a saying I always remember as a footballer: leave the football before the football leaves you. The football's left him. At this top level, he needs to call it a day at this level of football and move.
I must hand it to my opponent though, he played very well. It was like watching a prime Real Madrid with those quick counter-attacks. But we now find ourselves in a position where we have to get up and dust ourselves off, or we could be in quite a predicament. And early on we have a highlight. Saka finds Bale, who gets a little lucky and slots it to the left of the keeper to give us an early lead. And straight from kickoff we have another highlight. Saka wins it. Olise finds it back to Saka, plays in Bale, and back to Saka, and he returns it back to Bale. And we're 2-0 up inside 12 minutes. Straight from kickoff again, we have another highlight. This is FIFA Heritage. Minu wins the ball, and Saka now has it, loses it, but Minu regains it once more and plays in Bale, who finds Morgan Rogers with space and an easy finish to put us 3-0 up. And we have a rage quit to get our second win. And this is exactly the kind of response we were looking for. And we're into our fourth game, and we have it with Zidane in our half, who finds Morgan Rogers, and Theo is on the overlap, and Rogers is making a brilliant run and makes a half drag back past the Bale, who finds Saka, who rifles it to put us 1-0 up inside 3 minutes. And we have another highlight straight from kickoff. Is Maradona loses it, and Saka gives away the ball. And now his Trent has it in midfield. He finds Cruyff, who slips in Ronaldo, who shrugs all General Stones and finds Bale, and he levels it within the 6th minute of the game. And now he's on the attack again. Is Ronaldo, finds Witzel, finds Trent. Now Ronaldo has it, and he takes it past Rudiger, and he makes it 2-1 to the opponent. Now we have a corner to try and find a response, and Saka is working his way and finds Zidane, back to Rudiger, and Morgan Rogers has time and space and levels it, and we have a game on our hands. And we're building from the back, and Theo finds Rogers, he finds Bale, and Saka is on the run, plays it back to Bale. Bale takes it around the defender, and a green time finish to put us 3-2 up in the 71st minute. Can we hold on? We have another highlight before the end of the game. Olise now finds Reece James to Saka to Minu to Bale, and we're 4-2 up and we're safe. And we're into our 5th game, and we're coming up against not too strong of a side, so hopefully we should be able to get our 4th win. And we're on the attack early on with Bale, who takes it around the keeper. What is his keeper doing? And we're 1-0 up inside 27 minutes. And in the third minute, we have another highlight. Zidane has it, drills it to Bale, back, he receives it, and Bale is played through it in space, and a lovely finesse to put us 2-0 up. And now the opponent has a highlight with Jorginho, and Zidane is not able to tackle him, and Lukaku scores to give him some hope. And now we're in the 54th minute with Theo. Zidane has it now and plays it to Minu, to Olise, who plays in Bale, to Rogers, to Zidane. We're playing some nice football, back to Zidane, takes it around his defender, finds Bale inside the box, gets lucky, a very scrappy goal, but we take it, we need it. And we have a more comfortable lead, but he's on the attack. Rudiger has it and loses it, and Kota bails us out. What is going on? Wow, our blushes have been spared. Now Minu has it in the midfield, spinning and turning. He finds Reece James. Now Zidane has it, plays in Olise, flicks it to Morgan Rogers. Saka has it, Zidane is in space. Now Saka still has it, he finds Zidane this time, and he curls it to the right of the keeper, and we have our 4th win. Let's see this guy's team. A good team at Bellingham. It's a nice guy. And we have a highlight early on. Rogers, Theo is on the overlap. Bale is in space. Play lock to Bale, to Saka, to Olise. What a goal. Now we have a corner with Zidane who finds Saka. Rudiger inside the box, twisting and turning. We're playing some delicate football and it's really intricate to give us a 2-0 lead. And now we're into the 41st minute. Theo has it on the left and drills it to Mainu, finds Ulisse, back to him. Now we're player locking. Mainu just easing his way and finds Saka. And we're 3-0 up. A comfortable lead, which should see us through the rest of the game. Now we're into the 53rd minute with Stones. We're building from the back. Ulisse to Mainu. Do we lose it here? We lose it here. Now he's on the attack. And he plays a lovely through ball to Darwin Nunez, who finesses it to give him some hope. And he's on the attack again, but Bellingham seems to have disconnected from the saver. Now Saka has it. And he's just... wow. He just completely lost his defender. And we're 4-1 up. Now this Bellingham plays in Darwin Nunez, who rockets it to make it 4-2. It's an interesting game. Ulisse now to Mainu, to Rodgers, to Bale. And we've lost it, but Rodgers wins it back and we have a free kick. This is Mainu territory with dead ball, and we green timed it. And that is the end of it. 5-2, and it's all wrap. But it seems like we're about to give him a consolation goal, and it's when Nunez scores his hat-trick. And I think we're not quite as ruthless as we would like to be, but it's early days. Now we have 5 wins on the board and in a much better place than what we could have been, and we've lost it early on. And he's in space with Bale and finds Puskas, and he's 1-0 up within 2 minutes. And he's on the attack again, finds Salah, and he makes it 2. And we're in some trouble right now. Is Matthias now has it to Puskas, to Bale, and Salah is in space, and we're 3-0 down. Blow the horns. We need a pause. And he's on the attack again with Salah, and Rudiger is unable to shrug him off, and my keeper has made a tremendous error. It's almost traitor-like behavior from Courtois. And we're in the 63rd minute and looking hopeless. Now it's Reece James, well no, not Reece James, Lauren James has it. Now Salah to Lauren James again. Puskas makes it 5. Wow. We've been shell-shocked. The Narnian camp has been absolutely ransacked once more, and we're on to a heavy defeat again. Mainu to Saka, and Rodgers scores to give us a consolation goal. And it's a Narnian disaster once more for a second loss. We're halfway through our weekend league, and with 2 early losses, these next few games could be very crucial. And Mainu with a green time finish to give us an early lead. And we have another highlight. Zidane picks it up. We've lost it. It's a bit of a mess in the midfield, and Zidane has it again. A nice skill, and finds Ulisse to Saka, to Bale, and we're 2-0 up. That's a lovely goal. Now we're into the 63rd minute, and Zidane gets it. Ulisse now, great skill to take it by his defender in a green time finish. And we're 3-0 up. And maybe safe. But our opponent now has it with Bale. And he rockets it past Courtois. And we're in the 89th minute, so hopefully it should just be a win. Rogers to Bale to seal a 4-1 win. So I thought, looks like it's going to be another consolation goal. 4-2. We need to stop giving away these late goals. And we're into our 9th game. So, decent squad. So I think ours should be better. We have a early attack with Bale. It's just a mess in the box right now, and Bale scores a very fortuitous goal to put us 1-0 up early on. And now that's Vinicius, who plays in Puskas, and he's leveled it. Now we have it with Rogers. Bale is in space. Bale is played in. Saka is making a run. What a pass. What a goal. 2-1 up. Tense game. Now Elise in the 50th minute. Great skill. Plays in Saka. Men in the box. Rogers. 3-1. Now he's on the attack in the 86th minute. And he finds Xavi to Dylan Talley, and it's 3-2 in the 87th minute. But we've managed to hold on for our 7th win. And our opponent scores early on with Ronaldo. We have a really highlight now. Morgan Rogers plays in Bale to Zidane. Now Mainu, Olise, cuts back, Zidane, and Ruben Dias has given away a cheap penalty. Bukayo Saka, star boy, with a penalty. If we've watched recent football, you know, Saka has had a bit of trouble from the penalty spot, but composed this time. They're 2-1 down. Now we have a free kick. Zidane plays in Morgan Rogers. Saka in the box, and we're 2-1. 4 goals inside 24 minutes. And we have another highlight in this first half. Morgan Rogers. Does he do it on his own? Yes. A great finish to put us 3-2 up. And we're in a game. Now Bale, Rogers is on the run. To Bale, to Olise. A green finesse. Bread and butter goal for Olise. Now Zidane picks it up. Plays in Saka. He moves his keeper and makes it easy for us. We're 5-2 up and cruising. Now we're into the second half. Player lock. Teasing him. And now we find Mainu. We have space. Now Bale. Moves the keeper again. Red time. Finish this time. But it's Bale. And we're 6-2 up. Now he's on the attack with Ronaldo. That should have been a goal. I think we have a reach good. And we now have 8 wins. Reece James to Olise to Saka. Takes it around his defender and curls it into the back of the net early on for 1-0 lead. And now here's Olise, finds Maradona. He's working his way in the box. Illich, and it's 1-1. Here's Olise once more. Maradona, his left winger is in space. That is Barcola, and he slots it past Courtois at 2-1 down. But Olise regains it close to the 45th minute, and he's on the attack with Maradona, who plays it to Barcola, who's turning. He has space. He's looking for some option, but now he finds Ronaldo, who plays a great pass to Olise, and he's 3-1 up at half time. Can we make a comeback? It's Maradona to Illich to Barcola. Now Illich again. Can we regain the ball here? He finds Barcola to Maradona. He's playing great football. That's a lovely goal. And he's 4-1 up. And we find our third loss. Now, a very early highlight. Rudiger to Mino, we lost it. Francescoli picks it up to Garnacho, and Stones gives away a penalty. He's complaining, but he could have no complaint. I think he just mistimed that challenge. And Courtois come up big. We went the right way, but he went up, we went down. Can we find a quick response? We're doing some fans with Olise. Saka to Rogers. We find Bale, and we find the leveler on all in the 17th minute. And we have a highlight soon after. Leao finds Marlon. Rudiger tries his best, but we're 2-1 down. And we have another highlight soon after. We have it with General Stones, who gives it away. Now it's Marlon to Francescoli to Leao, and that's just a FIFA goal right there. The extra pass. You're up against a great opponent. A fourth loss now would be just woeful. Can we make a comeback? Mino to Olise to Saka. Good movement in the box to find Rogers to Bale. That's nice. 3-2. A highlight straight from kickoff. Is Garnacho moving forward to Francescoli. Leao is in space. Does he need him? He finds him. Back to Francescoli. Drops to Leao. And Courtois spills it, and Garnacho is there to make it 4. We're 4-2 down. We have it with Saka. This is all free staff stuff. Olise plays it to Mino. Rogers is in space to Bale. We're 4-3. In an intense game. Alright, before the half we have a highlight. We found Saka to Bale to Olise. That's great football. 4-all, all in one half. What a game we have. Zidane now finding Rogers. We're into extra time. There's nothing in that second half, and Bale slips by the keeper to put us 5-4 up in extra time, and that is our 9th win there. Clutch stuff from Bale. It's really just our strikers, mainly Bale and Saka, producing the goods. And we're up against a a top tier team with Haaland, team of the year, Bellingham. He has that Griezmann too. Now he has it. With Petiti loses it early on, and Bale, Saka, we're on the attack. Zidane makes a great run and a green finish to put us 1-0 up inside 2 minutes. Have it with Saka, Mainu, as usual, blocks it. Rogers, Tunin, that's a penalty. And we put us 2-0 up inside 10 minutes. And we're 2-0 up. And in the 44th minute, is Hazard is running at us. Ball roll to Rodrigo, Haaland, a little 49, Stone stride. Now we're into the 65th minute with Olise. Looking for Saka to Rogers. Back to Saka, he moves the keeper. We have an easy finish. 3-1. Now we have it with Rogers trying to finish off this game. We're in space. Saka for finesse to put us 4-1, and that should be all for this game. I reached with for 10th win with 2 games left to play. Coming up against a very strong side, team of the year Mbappe and team of the year Vini. This should be a difficult game. And we have it with Olise to Saka to Bale. And it seems like we've seen that goal a number of times. That extra pass. But he scores from a corner. Cheap goal to concede, but we're on the attack in the 29th minute. Saka blasted to make it 2-1. And we have a highlight in the first half again. Saka is in space, finds Bale. Zidane makes a great run. He's found, and a left-footed finish to make it 3-1 in the 35th minute. I went to the second half. He's on the left and finds Caicedo to Mbappe, who places it, and it's 3-2. He's on the attack again. And Kunku and Neto is in space, and it's 3-1. We have a highlight later on with a corner. Saka finds Mainu, trying to find an opening, and Rogers has been found, but it's blocked. And we've regained it with Saka. Zidane, green, 4-3. And that is our 11th win. And we're into our last game of the first episode of this series. A good team to go up against for our last game. And we get 12 wins. Saka to Olise, half yard back, pass the Bale to Saka. He moves the keeper the right way, but the green time shot is too much for the keeper. We're 1-0 up inside 10 minutes. But we have a highlight straight from kickoff. This Griezmann finds Marquisio, plays a great pass to Salah, and a finesse to make it 1-1. And he's on the attack again. His Aitana teasing up player lock and finds Miyama. It's 2-1 up. And it's another attack for him. This Griezmann is played through. He cuts back, finds Aitana to Miyama. And we're 3-1 down in our last game. Can we find a response? We're through in. inside the 59th minute. Find Bale to Mainu Zidane. Working his way, finds Rogers, twisting and turning to Mainu now. Ulises in space. Green. 3-2. Can we make a comeback? He has a highlight now inside in the 72nd minute. Can we pick it up here? Now here's Renard to Odegaard. Oh, Zidane misses that tackle. Bale now 4-2. And we end our first weekend league conquest, having defeated 11 kingdoms and falling to 4. Not a bad start for our first outing, but definitely something we can build on. This is the treasure we've come away with. Good rewards for this time of the year. And this is the history book where I would be keeping our important records in. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed. Until next time, God's willing, have a good one.